Hi guys, my name is Naja Theodore, better known as Naj, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm gonna walk you through step by step on how to accomplish this beautiful neon green eye look and this beautiful sultry nude lip. Make sure you like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe because I will continue to be posting some fire content like this, okay? Now let's get into it. My favorite primer right now is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It's a really popular one. I've seen a lot of people use it. And I just take a pump of it, put on my fingers, and I like to just place it in my areas that I want to target it because this is where my pores are really like open. So y'all can see up in there. So I'm just gonna use my hands, massage, because it makes my foundation application and everything so much smoother and so much easier to blend. So now I'm gonna go in with brows. So I'm going in with the Spiked Brow Pencil by MAC, and I'm just gonna follow this. So basically I just created my first guideline for my eyebrow. When I get to the front of my brow, I like to flick up. Also, remember that your brows are sisters, not homegirls. Okay. Next, we're going to conceal the brows. Now, I know all these high-end brands have come out with these fancy smancy concealers and everything, charging you about $27 a pop. Baby, I still use LA Pro Girl. That's my holy girl. My holy girl, that's my home girl. Yes. So I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. And I'm mixing a little bit of the Cool Tan in it, only because Medium Beige gets really light for me in the summertime. So I just mix those together a little bit, just to give me my perfect concealer shade underneath my eye. Look good. I'm just tracing the bottom of my brow, just cleaning them up and everything, getting them together so they can be crisp. I started going down a little bit because my concealer is going to be my eyeshadow primer. It's going to be on my lid for when I apply eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to do the other brow. All right, so it's going to add a little more to that lid. And then next, you want to conceal the top of your brow. I'm just going to put that on a flat brush. I believe this is a Wet n Wild brush. It's only $1. Don't sleep on Wet n Wild. Get you some. Okay. And you want this shade which you're going to clean up above your brow. You want it to be at least closer to your skin complexion. You don't want it to be too light because you don't want that halo brow. You don't want your brow to just be floating on your forehead. Okay. So I'm just going to clean up the top. And connect to that bottom line. Yep. Then I just come to the front and just blend it out some more. Okay. So there we have two perfectly concealed brows. Now we gotta blend, baby. So now that your base is nice and blended out, I'm gonna take some of the Laura Mercier. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have this in y'all kit. And I'm just taking a translucent powder just to set. I like to set my eyes. Some people I'm always talking about some other people, but I like to set my eyelids before I move on to foundation. I'm not really comfortable with applying foundation onto a wet concealer, but that's just me, you know? On my face, I don't like to use a lot of high-end stuff. I like to use the Revlon Color Stay Foundation. It's very, very good, especially for oily people in the summertime. It makes sure that your foundation doesn't run or transfer anything. It works really well. And I like to mix it with everybody's favorite that they keep in their kit, the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in the shade Toffee. And actually, that's funny. My Revlon is in the shade Toffee, number 375, and my Fit Me is in the shade Toffee, 330. So I'm just taking a Japanese brush, and it is the 961 brush, and I like to, because I have acne, I like to stipple it in, small motions, and I like to move in sections. I don't move all around the face at one time. I just press that in. Your time with this part, because this is your base. This is your base. This is what makes your makeup look good. Is making sure that your foundation is set. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my damp, and I mean damp, because I've learned that a lot of people don't know that you're supposed to wet a beauty blender, right? Now I'm gonna move on to concealer. Now for concealer, I like to mix two concealers. I like to mix my LA Girl concealer in Cool Tan, and I also love the MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NC35. All right, and I just use my applicator to apply under my eye. Now, I like to fan my concealer a little bit because I feel like it gets better coverage. Next, I like to blend my under eye concealer out with a Real Technique brush. I think this is their highlighter brush, their 402, Real Technique 402 brush. And I start under my eye. See that blend, baby? That blend is something different. Okay. So to contour, I like to use a cream foundation, and it is called Carob by Black Opal. And I like to apply this. I take the same foundation brush and I just brush it. See this? Just brush it onto my brush. Just get a little saturated. And I like to smile. Whenever I do my contour, I smile. Because I like to get right in this area, like right where you smile at, like cheese, you know? And I apply it like this, like so. And then you have like a little line, right? And then you can use your full brush, because I just use the edge of the brush just to get that on there. And I do the other side. Now I'm gonna take my beauty blender, smile, and I'm just gonna bounce it around. Next, I like to go in with a smaller, like, detail brush, because this is how I like to contour my nose. And I just go down the sides. Okay, so now Now that you've laid down your concealer and your foundation and your contour, we're going to start setting everything with powder. So before you set anything with powder, you want to go back into it and you want to blend everything out one more time, because the way that everything is setting now is how it will look like when you set it with powder. Like if you have creases, if your concealer is creasing underneath your eyes, it's going to look like that if you just set it with powder. So make sure you go in and blend it out again. So now, we're gonna go into setting the makeup. And this powder right here is my baby. I hold it deeply to my soul because I love it. This is the Black Opal True Color Soft Velvet Finishing Powder. It looks like this. And I like to use the shade Neutral Light. This is the only powder that I like to use to set under my eye. Now we're gonna set our contour. I like to use, again, I told y'all, I'm not a very expensive makeup user on myself, but on my clients, I get bougie. But on myself, I like to use the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in the shade Light to Medium. And in this palette, you get two shades. You get two shades and a highlighter. As you can see, I hit pan on this. I use this every single time I do my makeup. And I'm using a, what is this? This is an MUA Academy brush. And don't forget to subscribe. So I'm just dabbing into both. And I like to press. I like to press in my contour powder because I use cream right there. So I don't want to move it around. I personally just don't want to move it around. I just want to press it in just to set it. And I smile. Like I said, I smile through. Okay, so this is an optional step for my ladies who like that snatched contour, okay? This is called reverse contouring. And for this, I like to use the Sacha Buttercup powder, the OG. I just like to reverse contour. I use this shade because I just like it better. It's not too light, it's not too dark. And it's a little yellow, and I like a little bit of a yellow because I'm gonna dust it off anyway later. So I'll take my beauty blender again, roll it on the back of my hand. Please don't forget to roll on the back of your hand. Smile, and I get right up under that line. I'm just, That's where I like to do it at. So I'm just gonna go in. I wanna use a mirror to be closer. I'm just pressing this in first. I'm just gonna continue. In order to get that neon green to pop, and I mean pop, you need some of this P. Louise, baby. The P. Louise base. You feel me? And this is the number 0.5. And I'm just gonna apply it to my lid. I like to start in the center of the lid, right? I don't want to move too much of that green that I already laid down. And I like to move to the closer to the tear duct. Okay, so to get that electric green color, I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, and I am using the shade Spear, and this is like a neon green shade. I'm gonna tap the spear color right here in the tear duct area, and I'm gonna pack that color on and move my way out. I'm not gonna just brush it on. I'm gonna take my time and just pack it on. That green, oh my gosh. Also, my favorite color is green, if you didn't know. I want to do the same thing on my waterline. I'm going to take that green color, the Masai from the Juvia's Place palette. I'm just going to trace my waterline. And this is how you should look. And we want to go back into that brown shade, the matte brown color. It's called Kano. I'm going to just take that same brush, and because we're mimicking what we did on the bottom, on the top, we're mimicking everything we did up here. I'm just blending that all out. Now we're going to wing this baby out, and what we're using is the NYX matte liquid liner. I start in the center of my lid. And there you go. Next, I'm gonna line my waterline with some black eyeliner. And I like to use the Inglot number 77 liner. It's honestly probably the blackest liner, that gel liner that I've ever worked with in my life. And it is perfect. Woo! We love a dark liner with some nice bright eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm gonna be using these lashes right here. I don't have a name for them just yet. Just know that they will be coming soon for my own collection. You know, it reminded me of that picture of like that lady. She'd be like this. Okay, but yeah. So these are some nice fluffy lashes. So this is what the lash looks like. Nice and fluffy. A really natural lash, nothing too bold. That's what it looks like. So before you put your lashes on, make sure you trim them. Lashes oftentimes do not come in your eye size, promise you. I'm gonna take me some MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. This is my summer one. So what I like to do, I like to use something closer to my skin complexion because it just makes everything look more seamless. So now we're just gonna dust all of this powder we used underneath our eyelid. You see how that green shadow is right up under there? Putting that layer of powder really helped it. So now it won't mess up your under eye concealer. So I'm gonna take it, and I'd be very careful with this part. I like to use a swiping motion just to flick that away. Flick. I'm gonna take that same brush that I used to contour, and I'm just gonna press it into this blush. Orange blush looks beautiful on just about everybody, especially deeper complexions. And so I'm gonna tap the excess off, and I'm smile, and I just get the apples of my cheek, and I like to go up into my contour, like so, because I love it. And I'm just gonna spray my highlighter brush, and this is the Anastasia highlighter brush. I'm gonna spray it with some of my Mario Badescu, because I just like to do that. It just gives it more pigment. I just dust some on there. Don't forget to tap. Smile, turn your head, and get your highlight. Get your highlight on, okay? I'm just gonna go down the center of my nose. And you see, I just stop. I don't go all the way down, I stop. You're just gonna, after that, you just do the tip of your nose. And that's it. We love a good nose contour. Now, I'm gonna put on our lashes. Now for my people, like I said, who struggle with lashes, here's a trick for you. Pay attention, do not skip this part. Everybody watch. I go back in with my duo glue, the snatcher, because it makes sure your eyelashes are snatched. I put a little bit on like the tip of my lash applicator, and I just put a little line in the center, on the outer edges of your eye. And this is all on your line above, in the inner corner, right? You do this to both sides. Center, outer corner, and right here in the inner corner. Okay? And now you can really just pop your lashes on. Take my, you can use either your tweezers. Like I can show you all how I do it with my hand. I just take my lash, and whenever you're applying them, take a smaller mirror, apply it, like place your mirror underneath your eye, tilt your head up. That way you can see where you're applying it on your lash line. And you just pop them babies on. See, not going nowhere. And for my inner corner, I do like to use my tweezers because my fingers are big. I'll just pop it on. And then you just press them down. And now your lashes are dummy proof, okay? And I'm gonna show you how I apply it with my tweezers. I put my tweezers in the very center of my lash. Look down. Pop them on. Attach it to each side that you applied that glue. And then you wanna look down and just press it in. Or you can take your tweezers and you can clamp them together, or if you have a lash curler, clamp them together. Just so they can look really natural. Ooh, these lashes are so cute. They're like really wispy. I love them. Okay, so you should have moisturized them crusted lips earlier. So now what I like to do is, and take notes because this is probably my favorite lip combination, okay? My favorite. And so I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild. This is their kohl eyeliner, but I use it as lip liner. It's a deep dark brown and it's only 93 cents. 93 cents. 93 cents. You got $1 in your pocketbook. I know you do. Or your purse. Anything. You got 93 cents at Walmart. You can grab this baby because this is really good and it's really pretty on deeper complexions as well. So I'm gonna line my lips. I like to take a deeper shade of a pressed powder, and I just like to run it in the center of my Cupid's bow like this. I take my finger, blend it out some more, and then I take my highlighter that I used earlier, my Wet n Wild, and I just run it across. Bow! Makes it more defined, and we love that. Now your lips gonna look like you just pouting, and you're not even pouting. All right, so now continue. Next, I'm gonna take the True Matte Lipstick by NYX, and this is the shade Millbrook. So I just take this, apply it to my lips. Block. Then I like to take, you can take honestly any nude lipstick for this part because I'm just gonna brighten up the inner corner, like the center of my lips. And here I'm using the shade Stripped by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I'm gonna take this nude, pop it in the center. Right? I'm gonna add a little more because it's still a little too dark for me, for my liking. Okay, so now we're gonna add the gloss, and I'm going to use, you can use any dollar clear lip gloss you get from the store. I like to use the Ruby Kisses Hydrating Lip Oil, and I'm going to apply that all over my lips. I like to take the Fenty Beauty Diamond Milk, get y'all some of this, their lip gloss, and I take this and I apply it to the center of my lips. Ooh, 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 ooh. And it just gives it that extra. I know y'all see that. Baby. Yes. And what I like to do is I want to set my face first before I go into using mascara because I don't want anything to run. So now I'm going to set my face. First, I'm going to actually spray my face with the Mario Badescu. This is not, and I repeat, a setting spray. This is just a moisturizing spray. So I just like to use that just to get rid of any powderiness and just get my skin like look back. Okay, so I'm gonna spray. And then I'm gonna use my beauty blender. In with my all-nighter spray by Urban Decay, because baby, this right here will have you set all day, okay? All day, you will be set. Yes, I'm locked in. Locked. Now, I'm going to apply some of the Bad Gal Bang Benefit mascara. I love this mascara. I'm just gonna apply it to my lashes. So this should be your final look, honey. This should be it. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say shout out to Jada Love, for this beautiful bonnet. And you know, I try to, mess with the aesthetic. I wanted to make sure that my bonnet matched my eyeshadow, and baby, do you see it? Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and tap in with her too. I'll leave her information in the description. And y'all make sure y'all go buy y'all a bonnet, a silk robe, a pillowcase. She has it all, okay?